All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Atlanta Falcons. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
Down. 50-60 outlaw.
Here in the middle. 55. I got it. Show it in. Show it in.
Hit it.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Come on,
a loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
64, weak. Let's go.
Off play action. Kemp. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Pick it up.
From the gun, Kemp looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Ready.
Operating from the gun, Kemp. Flush to his right. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? If there's a defense.
And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. It's their quarterback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll run with Geis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Montez Sweat coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to throw. Kemp. He's going to let this one go deep. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
Let's go, baby.
And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Got it.
53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From the gun, Kemp. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Let's go.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Kemp. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that.
On 3rd down, Kemp. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, let's get some penetration here.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Kemp. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Montez Sweat able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this 1st quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
50, plant.
Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Trying to lay one up deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf.
Let's go.
Ready
And
up.
they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive
Here
moving.
we go, D. All day.
Let's go.
After the penalty, here's Freeman.
Back.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 4. Being chased out left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Kemp. He's got it. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a 1st down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. They'll run it. Freeman. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Ready? Check Mike. Watch 55. Let's go.
Geis. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And taken right at the 35. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Ready. 70, Indy.
Time to go, night. Check.
On 1st down, Kemp. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Check 50.
Haskins will throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Check 24, check 25.
Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at about the Redskins' 26. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Kemp. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. No, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. On first down, this is Geis. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down now, it's Clayton, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw. Kemp. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They run. Devontae Freeman. Devontae Freeman. They're not going to get him. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 96 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Redskins on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. They go play action here on first down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
I see you, boys. I see you.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Out of the gun, Geis. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
First down.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55.
Let's make these babies.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So now 2 pick 6s that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head, walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Check the backer, check the backer.
They go play action now. Haskins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Looking to throw, Haskins. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line.
15-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Freeman. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On the draw, they go to Geis. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Third down, here's Haskins. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A very solid gain of 27. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Move. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 43-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins forced out to his left. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Ready? Check 55, Mike. Double dog, 80 weapon. Check.
Play action. Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
55 to Mike. Let's go heavy.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again.
Give me some.
And my goodness, another interception. It's Desmond Trufant, and he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Freeman again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Watch twins.
Hey, seam 6.
Check 3.
Shoot.
Operating from the gun, Kemp. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Watch the run.
Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Kemp. He leaves this one for Howard. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And his kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Check 9, check 9.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Get it.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
I know you feel that.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
All 61, matchbox lights. Now.
On 2nd down, it's Howard. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now. Haskins. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. And now it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his guys are going to have the football back as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And some space here. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. A big run there by Freeman, 47 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On 1st and 10, Kemp. And an alley to run. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Running with Howard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. And his kick here is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of 1. And it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
Here we go. 70 ending. Check 55 to Mike. I'm here all day.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Shift. Neil. Shift.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Shift.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. And that's complete. It's Sims. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They'll try and run for the Brown. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Single, single. Single, single.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. In for the sack, Deion Jones. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
2nd down, Haskins. He gets it to Sims, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A Redskin 1st down, the pickup 15 yards. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. On the ground, it's Geis. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. On play action, Haskins.
We ain't giving them nothing.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now Haskins, complete. Richardson has it. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. And my goodness, another interception. It's Desmond Trufant.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
X3, 218, chop. Ready?
They'll keep it on the ground. Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down. Looking to throw. Kemp. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete.
Keep playing hard.
That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
First down. 1st and 10 at the
This quarterback now
70,
12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
Get it.
This is Freeman. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward.